I'm Alicia Coates. This is my informative speech, and this is my audience. Popular animation through the years. Encarta Dictionary defines animation as varying drawings so they appear to be moving. But the Princeton WorldNet Dictionary defines it as a condition of living. So why don't we put them together and say, drawings coming to life. Come out, Gertie, and make a pretty bow. One of the first statements made in the first animated film, Gertie the Dinosaur, in 1914 by Winsor McCay. This 6-minute-long film had 100 drawings for every minute. That means there were 600 drawings taken for this one short film. Then, Felix the Cat was introduced in 1919, but he was much more dynamic and had much more personality than Gertie the Dinosaur. Warner Brothers came after Disney, but they put a new spin on cartoons with humor and violence. Looney Tunes was a parody of the Silly Symphony series by Walt Disney, but they were much more popular in 1942 to 1969. Porky was the first cartoon introduced by Warner Brothers, but he was also the gateway cartoon, creating much of the other cartoons, like Daffy Duck, Elmer Fudd, which was known as Egghead back in the 1930s, and Bugs Bunny. Mel Blanc was the first actor of the studio. He did many voices of a lot of characters. Animation offers a medium of storytelling and visual entertainment which brings pleasure to people of all ages all around the world, stated Walt Disney. He created the first voiceover cartoon in 1928 with Steamboat Willie. He was actually the voice. Color was introduced in 1931 with Flowers and Trees, part of the Silly Symphony series. Then, being Walt Disney, he created the first full-length film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He actually won an Oscar for it. Actually, he won 8, 1 full-length and 7 miniature ones for each of the dwarfs. He continued to make cartoon movies, like Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, and Bambi. And he even introduced the next Disney princess, Cinderella, in 1950. Disney was introduced to Pixar in the early 1990s. Pixar was known to do Listerine and Lifesaver commercials, but they also did short films, including Luxo Jr.'s in 1986. These short films were actually shown at the beginning of all Pixar films now. In 1995, the first Disney Pixar film was created with Toy Story. Toy Story became the highest grossing film of the year. But now there are 11 Disney Pixar movies, and 3 movies being produced now that are supposed to be out in 2011, such as Cars 2, Monsters Inc. 2, and Brave. DreamWorks, although not near as popular as Pixar, created popular animated films such as Shrek in 2001. They also made Madagascar and Shark Tale. DreamWorks Studios is actually a form of Steven Spielberg pulling away from Disney, like many animators at this time. Popular cartoons today that are shown on Nickelodeon. These cartoons were also popular in the 90s with the Rugrats, Hey Arnold, and Rocket Power. SpongeBob was even introduced in the 90s, but is still popular today, along with Fairly Odd Parents. Nickelodeon created a branch for preschoolers called Nick Jr., with shows like Dora, Backyardigans, and Franklin and Little Bear. These shows have learning skills for young kids. Not only do the little preschoolers have cartoons, adults do too. These shows are shown on Fox, Adult Swim, on Cartoon Network, and Comedy Central. These cartoons include Family Guy, American Dad, South Park, and King of the Hill. According to Fox, King of the Hill was one of the most popular shows on Fox in 2009. Over the years, other short films were popular, such as Betty Boop, Popeye, Flintstones, and Jetsons. Animation is popular for all ages from 3 to 40.